This video covers the second year of classes which I took from the summer of 2010 through spring of 2011. I took family counseling, groups, community counseling, cross-cultural counseling, and practical. In family counseling, I learned a lot about the different types of families, like single-parent families and blended families. I also learned about the different types of family therapies, including existential family therapies, behavioral and cognitive behavioral therapies, structural family therapies, and psychodynamic family therapies, to name a few. Taking this course helped me to learn a lot about the dynamics of my own family. I became particularly fond of Virginia Satir's family systems theory, which is an existential family therapy. As I learned about the different roles that Satir postulates that family members take on, I was able to see the roles that I and my family members take on. For instance, I'm the leveler. I'm a direct communicator. My daughter is the placater. She's always apologetic. And my son is the computer, the non-affectionate intellectual. I also like cognitive behavioral family therapy because it teaches families how to think for themselves when it's helpful. One thing that resonated with me in this course, and quite frankly throughout the course of the entire program, is the importance of recognizing and respecting the diversity of clients that I will be working with. This is important for me because this class taught me that diversity goes just beyond race, and that it also extends to family composition. It extends to the type of families that I will see, like gays and lesbians, single-parent families, and blended families. Each family is unique, and in today's society, the non-traditional family is more prevalent. As a professional, clinical judgment and ethical decision-making is important. This course taught me that as a counselor, I have to use theories and techniques that are suited to the clients and will address their unique needs. Groups was a very informative class for me. I learned about the types of groups, group leadership, group member roles, planning for groups, stages and processes of group work, techniques of group, assessment and evaluation of group work, as well as theoretical approaches to the group. As a professional, the most important thing that I learned from this course is to how to effectively facilitate a group. I always thought that the leader was supposed to run the group. This class taught me how to just be an overseer and allow the group members to lead themselves. As a professional, this course helped me to see that group work can be effective. Quite frankly, I was not a fan of groups because I just didn't think that they were effective, because I didn't think that people would open up to a group of strangers. I also had great concern about the possibility that confidentiality could be breached. We had groups every week in our class, and we all took turns co-facilitating the groups. The topics were chosen by the facilitators. I found that confidentiality was never an issue, and we had breakthroughs in every group. Groups was probably my favorite class in this program, probably because it was very interactive. This class really prepared me for group facilitation. It really prepared me for my internship also, which you'll hear about in my last video. Community counseling was a very important course in this program for me. This course taught me a lot about the roles and functions of a clinical mental health counselor and what I should expect in clinical mental health settings. The major assignment for this class was to interview an LPC. This was a great experience for me because it gave me the opportunity to go into a community agency and get firsthand experiences as to how LPCs interact with clients. I interviewed the director of a local community mental health agency. That interview is posted on this page if you would like to see it. Two things in particular stuck out to me in this class. One was the importance of advocacy. I learned that counselors will have to advocate on behalf of the clients to address institutional barriers that may impede access, equity, and success for all clients. The other thing that stuck with me was the importance of ethical decision making. We were taught the 7-step ethical decision making model to use when we as professionals are faced with ethical dilemmas. Inevitably, I know that this is something that I will refer to at some point in my professional career. Cross-cultural counseling taught me the importance of viewing the world from different perspectives. More importantly, it taught me as a professional to view the client's world from their perspective. In this course, I learned about different theories and models of racial, cultural, and ethnic identity development, like Cross's Black Identity Model and Biracial Identity Model. I learned a lot about the social, political, and economic elements of oppression and their impact on professional development and the counseling relationship. The most important thing that I learned from cross-cultural counseling is to respect people's differences. We learned a lot about minority populations such as African Americans, Latinos, Asians, and LGBT, to name a few. Each of these populations has different beliefs. I learned that individuals have to be counseled from a perspective that will be most effective for that person. With that being said, I know that a person's cultural and economic backgrounds, as well as their views and religion, must be respected and taken into consideration when counseling them. This class taught me how to acknowledge and respect others' differences and to even utilize ideas and customs of different minorities when counseling them. All of these things will allow me to be a more caring and effective counselor. In addition, if these things are not acknowledged, they will impede the counseling process and do a great disservice to the client. As a minority, this course forced me to examine my own identity. In the course of doing that, I realized that clients from different cultures than my own will probably be just as loyal to their cultures as I am to mine, and that I have to respect, celebrate, and incorporate that into anything that I do for the client, as I know that I would expect the same from any counseling professional that was helping me. This class helped me to gain awareness of other minority cultures and culturally learned biases and assumptions that could possibly affect the counseling relationship. I really gained my first hands-on experience as a counselor in practicum. I had to find 5 clients that were not friends or relatives of mine to counsel individually over the course of this class. Although I had done mock interviews with classmates, this experience was really different and real because these were real clients, complete strangers with real problems. In practicum, I learned how to interview clients, devise treatment plans, and do case conceptualizations. More importantly, I learned the true reality of counseling in this class. Clients canceled, rescheduled, said yes in one session and no in the next session to the same exact question. Many times their thoughts and opinions would change. They resisted and turned a blind eye to things that they really did not want to see. They made excuses for themselves and others, oftentimes fully knowing that they were making excuses and turning a blind eye, acknowledging the fact that they just did not want to have to really deal with the situation at hand. Our professor told us that all these things would happen. Let me just say that practicum was absolutely my least favorite class in this whole program. The whole experience was extremely frustrating for me because nothing seemed to go right, and it seemed as if none of my clients just wanted to cooperate. However, at the end of the day, I had to navigate through it all and do whatever I had to do to get whatever we needed to get done, which for the most part consisted of rescheduling countless appointments to accommodate client schedules, usually at the last minute. In hindsight, I can appreciate the experience now because it truly prepared me for the reality of counseling. All of the hiccups that I experienced in this course allowed me to see that what my professional counseling experience will be. Most of my clients were resistant and not ready to deal with their issues. This is a reality of life. The experience helped me to be a more caring and competent counselor because it forced me, more than anything else, to see that I had to meet clients where they are and that I cannot force them to feel or think anything that I do or that I would like for them to do.